How you doing? Welcome to the Weekly Bet. Hey, so I'm not a TV guy. I am a numbers guy. So I put all these numbers into a spreadsheet, and it spits out information. And I take that information and I try to make as much money off of it as I can. So I'm taking what I get and I'm bringing it to you. So that's all this is. I'm not a super whiz. I'm not anything special. I'm just giving that information out there. So. I'm not saying that I'm right all the time. 65% of the time, I'm correct, and I'm hoping to pass that off to you. So, earlier in the week, I put out a video for the entire league on my picks, and you can view that anytime you want. First off, let's start with the Bucks and the Ravens. Now, you have to look at the numbers. The Bucks are hot and heavy, right? They're coming off off the loss, and they're going to be. Brady doesn't lose, just like I said in the other video. Brady doesn't lose twice very often, right? Passing. We'll start with the Ravens. Passing. They are 25th in the league in total passing, but ranked 5th in the league in rushing. Lamar is 5th in the league in total rushing at 510 yards on 66 carries. He is going to try to do the same in tonight's matchup. He's going to run, he's going to run, he's going to run. Ravens defense is 28th in the league in total pass. Now, tonight's matchup, Ravens defense, once again, is 28th in the league in total pass defense. I think that's going to be the difference in the game. As I stated yesterday, Ravens will stay in the fight all night long. Bucks will come out on top because of all these numbers that we can discuss over and over again. Ravens are a run first and run on second down. Bucks are built to stop the run. We have had examples of this all year long with average of 4.4 yards per carry, the Ravens, right? And the Bucks, honestly, they have a mediocre defense, but a mediocre run defense, but a superior pass defense. Statistically, they're in the top 10%. So when Lamar goes into the air, they're going to have problems. We've seen this numerous times in the season, in the very young season so far. Perfect example is the Giants game. Whoever thought that the Giants were going to go into Baltimore and come out with a win? Now let's look at the bets. We look good for a parlay for the under with Evans with yardage. You can add Godwin. Lamar's going to have 20 yards on the ground, and right there, it looks good for coming home with money in your pocket. With that, you're going to be baking with eggs, my friend. All right. Let's look at another good parlay bet. Titans versus the Texans. I tell you, Lovie Smith, he was handed an absolute dumpster fire of a team. Okay? Lovie Smith, great coach, but handed a horrible team. We all know and we all love Lovie. Diesel. The diesel truck is going to be running all over the place on Sunday. Okay? Diesel truck is my man, Derrick Henry. Dude has been leading in every single league in rushing since he was in diapers, dude. He's going to be running all over the place this time. So far this year, he has 4 yards per rush, and he's 4th in the league with 536 yards. Second to Saquon Barkley, because the Giants can't throw the ball, so they just run every single play. He will get the rock 20 times, as Derrick Henry will. Derrick Henry will get the rock 20 times. He'll be well over 100 yards and carry the Titans to the victory. Texans are allowing 5.2 yards per rush and 28th in the league behind the Giants, Bears, and Seahawks. Like I said in the predictor show, Texans 27, Titans 27, Texans 13. This is the golden eagle of our betting this weekend. You have the G-men versus the Seahawks. Now, the Giants are an abysmal at on-run defense, allowing 1,011 yards in the season, 144 yards per game. But the Seahawks, guess what, are worse. They are worst in the league and an uncarroll-like 1,048 yards at 150 yards per game. Saquon, Daniel Jones, and the Giants are going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run it on 1st and goal. They're going to run the ball on 3rd and 39 from their own 2-yard line. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball all night long. Last week, the Giants played Jacksonville in Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Jacksonville had 10 people in the box pretty much 70% of the game. And the Giants ran over 225 yards. They had 3 ball carriers that ran 225 yards. I'm telling you, the Giants are going to run the ball. It's a safe bet, right? And that's what this show is. It's a safe bet. So you have these teams that cannot stop the run to save their life. You have to ask yourself why. Giants are known for not signing linebackers. Now, the Seahawks, they've had problems with linebackers with big cap hits. This is a season that they're rebuilding, and you're seeing you're seeing everything kind of come to the surface. The bets on this one, Giants are the underdogs. You can definitely start there and parlay up from there. Saquon, Jones, both will have 40 yards. Kenneth Walker, he's been running the ball like a madman, 6.1 yards a rush all season. He'll hit at least 80 yards, and you can parlay that with the over as you were with the under and make some jingle for your Monday morning. Now, the game everybody wants to hear about, the Packers and the Bills Sunday night matchup. I tell you, Josh Allen is a good player. He is what people thought Mahomes was a few years ago. The guy finally put a scope on that 50 cal he calls for a right arm. So the odds of this, of course, in the Bills' favor with the Packers' defense allowing 4.8 yards a rush. And Allen, with the rubber leg, Wile E. Coyote legs, Allen will have 50 yards on the ground in this game every time he's flushed out of the pocket. I say that because Packers' pass defense is one of the best in the league, second to only Philadelphia Eagles, allowing just 168 yards per game in the air. To be fair, every team that has played the New York Giants this season has a low passing defense number. I think Allen is still good for 250 yards in the air, which will tie the nice little parlay bet for the over. Brett Favre 2.0 will find Jones and Dillon out of the backfield on those dump routes. Also, Jones and Dillon, when lined up in the backfield on a package deal, which is usually about 42.2% of the time, will accumulate yards as the duo. My pick, Bills, 31, Pack 17. FanDuel, tonight, NHL night. I'll be at the Sabres game in Buffalo watching the Sabres bounce back from their tough loss from the other night. But the Caps are under to Dallas. And word on the street is Caps have an axe to grind. If you have a few bucks to throw down on the Caps tonight, wake up with some money in your pocket and do that. Also, tonight on FanDuel, the boost pick of the night goes to Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. The Heat are playing the Golden State Warriors. Why is it slipping my mind? Heat playing the Golden State Warriors. You need Curry and Butler to score at least 65 points. A $50 bet will throw $200 cash in your pocket in the morning. I tell you what, you're cooking with eggs. Given a chance that either you win the bet, you're gonna take your wife and your kids out this weekend for a nice steak dinner. Keep on watching the show. Keep on clicking and subscribing. Let's keep on having some fun and making some money, my friends.